I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
Now, what you've got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
Arwen, tulen ilu. Ichaer gwannar na valano sibado no kirar.
Vagina.
Probably late. Oh, Friday night time. Radical light and highly organized. It's Friday night times, Friday night times. If you're still not offended tonight, oh, Friday night times. Rest assured that the chances are high.
Hello! Not as late as we were yesterday. Holy crap. What a night I had of, well, it was just kind of failure. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. And before I talk about that failure, welcome to the Nooner. I have been instructed by X-Ray Girl to talk about this show's sponsor. As people roll in, welcome everybody. I'll say hi to you in just a moment, because this episode is brought to you by 1775 Coffee. Did you know 95% of coffee beans are as bland and overprocessed as mainstream media? Enter Peaberry Coffee, the 5% that refuses to bow to mediocrity. These are rare beans. The rare beans are denser, richer, and packed with bold flavor. 1775 Peaberry Coffee isn't just a drink. It's a statement. Grown at high altitudes. I was recently at some of those high altitudes, by the way, with a lot of marching powder. Handpicked with care, like election ballots should be, and roasted to perfection. It's rare, bold, and uncompromising. Whether it's Peaberry, a bold dark roast, or even a mushroom blend, it's all about quality, freedom, pushing back against the system, because life's too short to drink coffee made by people who want to silence you and sell you garbage. Go to 1775coffee.com, grab some Peaberry, and taste what coffee is meant to be. Use code Nerdrotic to get 15% off. Don't settle for mediocrity. Brew rebellion. Thank you. You are free to go, X-Ray Girl. Go back to the table you were chained to. What was that? Producing Wicked toys for Mattel. And that's all your fault, by the way. Thanks, honey. Sorry, she was bringing me in some coffee. Bringing me in some coffee. Speaking of 1775 coffee, you know, coffee is black and so is Snape. That was a crazy night last night. Apparently, unknown to us book readers who have reread the books multiple times over the last couple of decades, when J.K. Rowling made a little sketch and clearly said that Snape was thin with sallow skin, kind of jaundice-like. It's a little yellowy, but it's pale. Long, straight, greasy hair that is shoulder length that framed his face like curtains, something that's mentioned over and over in the books. Looks more like a bat than a human. Is now a black British male model and classically trained actor. I want to put there. He's played Hamlet, stuff like that. Yeah, so they want to, long story short, they want to thirst trap Snape and race swap him at the same time. After telling us that they're going to do a faithful adaptation of the books. So I did a video on this last night that was supposed to come out this morning or later today or maybe tomorrow. And all my audio was jacked. There was like this little sound I didn't pick up until I was done. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I got to redo the whole thing. I was up till 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, and it's just a little thing that if we put music on it, you probably wouldn't catch, but I caught it. So I got to do it again. But yeah, that was the news last night. Here. By the way, welcome, Joe Blogs. Welcome is Henry U11, James Fowler, Texas Outlaw Michael, Cannibal the Dragon, Noons 48. Is that supposed to say Empires NS? I'm not sure. Sorry. Hello. Anyway. Corey Gear 5, English Batchers. Welcome to the Nooner, everybody. Hi. I like how somebody just said hi in there. So this was making the rounds. Now this isn't from some pooper scooper. Sorry, I gotta have my vitamin B. This isn't some pooper scooper. This is the Hollywood Reporter. Now, they've gotten things wrong before, but not as much. Their percentage of getting stuff wrong is, I'll be kind, 40%, 50% before they run with it. Scoopers are 99%. So there you go. Oh, where was I? Okay. Holy shit. Oh God. Okay. Hang on. I posted a tweet last night and I just saw how many people have seen it. I'm like, what the fuck? What the? But I'm running my own show today. Yeah, 3.5 million. Jesus. All I said was the resemblance is uncanny. It's Papa Isiadu. Papa Isiadu. It's got that chiseled jaw. Looks like he should be wearing some Abercrombie and Fitch or Tommy Hilfiger. I'm just naming. I don't know if those even exist anymore. I don't even know if I said the names right. And I'm not seeing the pale yellow skin. I'm not seeing the hooked nose. Not seeing the straight hair. Not seeing the potential for straight hair, of course, unless they put him in a wig. That's Severus Snape. Arguably top 3 character as far as while he's supporting. Top 3 character as far as being iconic and integral to the story. And this is quite possibly the first major news we've gotten since they announced there'd be a series. And some of us who are fans were very cautiously optimistic because, if you do this one right, all you're going to make is mountains of money, tons of money. It will be the biggest scripted show in the world. And all you have to do is adapt the book properly. And that means casting people correctly. That's what that means. It means casting people correctly. And when we hear stuff like this, just like with the Rings of Power back in the day, it just sends up a little red flag of, oh, they're stuck in 2018. They haven't gotten the memo yet. And J.K. Rowling is involved, so she signs off on this if this happens. Now, there is backlash pretty much. I mean, I haven't checked it this morning. Last night, it was pretty much from everybody. It was pretty much from everybody. It is difficult. And like, I was talking to Ryan about it, and like, if they would have changed Mrs. Sprout, they made her black. It's like, all right, fine. It's a professor, whatever. Who cares? But not a main character, which now completely changes the dynamics of the series. And James and Sirius and Remus to a certain extent, although he tried to, get him to lay off of Snape a little bit. That's why he was the prefect. Are going to look like they didn't like Snape because he was black. Now, it might not be the case, but that's what it's going to look like. That's going to be the perception. And who knows? Maybe he's in love with James and not Lily in this show. Who fucking knows now? All bets are off. If this is true. If this is true, you just killed it in a crib. Yeah, just killed it in the crib. Now, whether or not my video sees the light of day, we'll see. They did mention some other guy, Rylance. I can't remember his first name now. Rylance is going to possibly be Dumbledore. He looks fine. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about the pick, but we'll see but he looks like he could play Dumbledore. This dude would make a good Kingsley Shacklebolt. A character who's already black in the books, along with Angelina Johnson, along with Lee Jordan, along with Dean Thomas. The Patel twins are Indian. Cho Chang is obviously X-Ray Girl. She's busy this year. Holy crap. Wait till Squid Game. Yeah, I heard the Squid Game shoot for X-Ray Girl was murder. I can't eat breakfast on it. I can't eat breakfast on it. Gary Oldman as Dumbledore would have been great. Adam Driver, even though he's not British, I think you make that work with Snape. He would be a brilliant Snape, and the girls could still thirst trap him, and he still looks like fucking Snape. Or the boys could thirst trap. I don't fucking care. This thirst trapping villain shit is fucking shipping ruined everything. Shipping. I won't say another thing because people might get mad. Cosplayers? I like some cosplayers. There's some real creative ones then there's not. We'll just leave it there. Some are fine though. Some are good. It's unbelievable that this would get out there, and the Hollywood Reporter wouldn't come out with this unless I mean, the memes are going to be great. I'm kind of waiting for them today. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Fresh Prince. It's good. Harry Potter and the Chamber of the, or you could say Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Full Crip Prince. Adam Driver basically is Snape. You're right. The memes are going to be funny, but yeah, if you go to the article, they basically just say, you know, this is they're circling this guy, and they don't know if the negotiations are going on in earnest, but this is who they want to give the role to. Now, Warner Brothers' response, to be fair, was basically, we're not going to comment on this until something's signed. But again, this is the Hollywood Reporter, and their whole existence is to regurgitate press releases and purposefully leak stuff like this, possibly to run it up the flagpole to see who salutes. We are saluting a red flag. We are saluting a red flag. If this is true, this show is done. It's cooked. You just fucked up with your very first announcement. Because Warner Brothers is America's dumbest company. They've had DC, and they've done fuck all with it other than reboot it a bunch of times. And they've had Looney Tunes, which they've done absolutely nothing with. Lord of the Rings, you're about to see a girl boss movie. Because I've seen it. It is one girl boss to rule them all. And then there's this, amongst many other things, but they are in control of a lot of property, a lot of music, and they just never know what to fucking do with it. They just never know what to do. They make the wrong decision every time. House of the Dragon season 2, they decided to shorten it to save a few bucks, and it was a short season. They literally just cut off the last 2 episodes instead of making it a meaningful ending. That was HBO's decision. Yeah, Adam Driver. Well, you know, maybe Adam Driver. It says chat said Adam Driver is punching a wall right now. It's like maybe he's dodging a bullet. We'll see. I think who was the writer? I see Steph in the chat. Somebody from Succession. Was it Succession or the? I get those 2 damn shows. Succession. I think so. Odd choice for Harry Potter, but JK was going to be there, which gave us a little bit of hope. Oh, fucking well. If this is true. Now, I don't know if the heat gets turned up so much. They have to respond. We'll see. Is it fair to the actor? Well, yes and no. If the actor is blissfully unaware of culturally what's going on in the entire world, sure, you can't blame the actor. If the actor or his representation is slightly tuned in, you can take one of 2 approaches. You could say, I'm going to take this role because I am a handsome black man, and we're going to show that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, even though we said we were going to correctly adapt this, and there's plenty of black characters that are actually in the book. It's not like a book too white. It's very representative of the 90s, which it takes place in the UK, and probably pretty close to being representative today, despite what you hear. And they also, or they could take the other route of, you know, why you even handed me this role? What the fuck what are we doing here? Snape's white. Give me Kingsley. Give me Kingsley. You know, it's like, there's a lot of actors who've done that. Go, no, I see what you're doing here, and screw you. And that's what needs to be done in this situation. And then, yeah, again, good Kingsley Shacklebolt. But considering what we've seen over the last few years, I mean, I think a lot of people went, what? And then just started laughing at this point. What a joke. It's the Netflix adaptation, except this time with HBO, who usually gets shit right, you know? More than Netflix, we'll say. Hiddleston as Snape would work, but he's too old. I mean, Adam Driver's pushing being too old. But yeah, this is more race swapping, as I talked about in my Captain America 4 video. This isn't progress. This is woke white people going, we'll lift you up. We'll lift you up, person who can't get an app and get an ID. Yeah, that whole attitude did well for you in the election, didn't it? Didn't it? But we'll see what happens. We will see. Personally, I think this could be true. I think it could be true. And unless something drastically changes today, I just don't see them overturning it. So sorry, Harry Potter fans. You know, Ryan was pissed. I was pissed. I'm like, and I share a sentiment. It's like, if you can't get this right, then you're truly fucked. You're truly fucked. You can't create. You cannot create. You cannot adapt. Okay, let's talk about Sandman series, which I thoroughly disliked. I know some people loved it, but I did not like it. Barely got a season 2. Barely. And they're really quiet on the production because I think they were already into production. So it barely got a season 2 when Neil Gaiman was cool with everybody. And this is Sandman. This is one of the most seminal comic book series ever written. It is the one that truly did cross over into the female audience. It brought women into the comic book store. Now it's still read by, it's about half and half, I'd say. But pretty big over the 90s, pretty big with Generation X. Barely got a second season. Neil Gaiman was involved. Now they did things like cast Death as a black woman. Arguably the most iconic looking character to come out of that entire series was the goth girl Death. Now, on the grand scheme of things, it's much smaller than Harry Potter. But it broke enough with the fandom to barely get a second season on Netflix, and I promise you, it's not getting a third. No. As Neil Gaiman projects fall by the wayside, they're being awfully quiet about this one. Man, they're quick to dump some people, right? But I don't know if the man's guilty or not. I have no idea. Innocent until proven guilty. Lots of allegations, let's just say. Lots of smoke swirling around that fire for many years. All right. Good God. So we'll see if I can. I don't know if Neil Gaiman's going to be working on any other projects. People are even Tori Amos. She amicably distanced herself from. I haven't heard that name since the 90s. So she's making a big comeback because she wants to fight Trump and blah, blah, blah. But then they asked her about Neil Gaiman, and she's like, well, that's certainly not the Neil I knew. And they were good friends. Very long time. So I don't know. What happened with Neil last year, chat? Last year, Neil Gaiman was accused through a podcast by, I believe, I'm just going off memory, so this all could be horribly wrong. Sorry. Nobody's been covered it, really. I mean, a couple of people here and there have tried to pick it up, but like, as far as the Access shill media, of course, they're not going to cover it. They've mentioned it when they had to, because he's got a mighty PR machine. Neil Gaiman does, and he's had one for a long time. And he was one of the first comic book people to have a PR machine, and that's why he's the Neil Gaiman he is. If you look back across his body of work, which, dude, isn't all terrible. I like, I like the book American Gods. I like some stuff, but I also think he's super overrated. I think he's like one of the most overrated fantasy authors out there right now. That's just me. But people love his Sandman work. I liked his Books of Magic. I like Books of Magic, that 4-issue miniseries. But what happened with him is, I believe 5 or 6 women accused him of forcing himself on them or grooming. I'm not really sure. What it probably was is this is a comic dude. He's a dude. These girls know he's kind of famous. A lot of girls liked him. A lot of situations, maybe some large age gaps, but not illegal. Large age gaps, and they just mutually got along, and then some regretted it later, or maybe he actually did something. I don't know, but there's a lot of allegations, and it's from 6 women, and it's just from a podcast. But it hasn't, he's denied it. I can't say it's been entirely shot down. I don't know if any charges have been brought. I don't think so. So innocent until proven guilty. I mean, he's a male feminist, and you can say all you want about them, and you'd be right. But innocent until proven guilty. Okay. So I don't know, but I know people are Amazon ditched a series, and Marvel quietly ditched some stuff. Like, stuff is being, like, he's being separated. He's being othered. And that's just what, from the little information I know. All right, let's get to the square up, and I'll keep an eye on the Snape thing. Any other? Oh, we have a Doctor Who Christmas trailer. You want to see it? We'll do that for you. Let me see. I'm getting messages. Hang on. I usually don't check my phone, but that's why I don't check my phone. It was nothing. It was fucking nothing. Let's watch the Doctor Who Christmas trailer, then we'll get into the square up. Y'all ready?
Is this Christmas?
Yes, we're doing a special Christmas everywhere all at once.
Oh, good. Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte?
Oh, God.
We.
This is supposed to be the Moff's last episode. Stephen Moffat's last episode. His last one. Yeah, Stephen Moffat's lost it, dude. Excuse me. The DSP. All right. Yeah, cheese the cracker.
Are on a top secret mission.
What?
Who are you then?
Joy.
Top name Joy? Thank you.
Her name is Joy. Because Joy was going to come back to the White House, and Joy, and it's all part of a marketing campaign that stretches overseas. It's all joy. Oh, it's joy to the world. She thick.
How do I get to be you? You'll find out.
Who are you?
You'll find out. What do I do? Where do I go? We'll find out. Oh, you see? You have to be mysterious all the time. That's why everyone leaves you. That is why you were always alone.
He's a companion to himself. And he's crying. Oh, thank God he's crying. I was worried we wouldn't get any crying. I mean, that's like a Star Trek Discovery episode without any crying. He's crying. Thank God the effeminate gay man is crying. I mean, that's such a stretch for effeminate gay man.
Promises to keep.
We can do this.
What's the biggest mystery in the known universe?
What's the biggest mystery? Why this show is still on the fucking air.
Don't forget to
touch grass. Don't forget to touch grass, right, Shooty? Don't forget to touch grass. Oh. Well, that's going to have the worst ratings of the series. I think it'll be the worst rated Christmas special. I think the next series will be the lowest ratings for the series unless they just stop. We'll know if they stop reporting them, then we'll know. But they have to report them in the UK, but they've been getting really crazy about that. Really crazy about that. I remember when I was excited for Doctor Who Christmas specials. I remember too. You can still watch the good ones. Noons has gifted 20 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. That is. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to keep what I'm waiting for with the Snape stuff is a word from Warner Brothers, which I don't know if we're going to get. I could go over to the Hollywood Reporter. I don't think we're going to. Nope. Nothing exciting. Shogun's going to get a bunch of awards. Last week tonight withdrawn from Critics' Choice Awards, considering amid controversy. What's the controversy? I got sidetracked, sorry. Involved in conversation should henceforth be eligible. What? Oh, I don't care. I just stopped caring. It's weird how that happens. If it doesn't tell me succinctly within a couple of sentences like what the fuck's going on, then bye. I don't care. Rip that show off the air. Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. They're gonna do a Matchbox. Do any of you know what Matchbox is? Like Matchbox, everybody had Hot Wheels. I liked Matchbox when I was a kid because they came in little boxes, which was like a garage that your car could go into. Yeah. So nothing on that is, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for word from Warner Brothers if they say anything at all. So let's get to Friday Night Tights Square Ups as promised. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah. I almost had, sometimes I shit can videos. Sometimes I just do. They're like, not good. And I wasted hours on it, but that's the way it goes. This one I think I want to fix. Maybe Peanut would have liked the witch's head for the winter. Also, who else thinks PoE 2 is going to change the gaming world? I don't. Oh, by the way, I think I have access to Indiana Jones today. My early access. It's like Indiana Jones, Creature Commandos. Maybe I can do them both. Creature Commandos comes out tonight, I think. The DCU starts today, everybody. It starts today. James Gunn's DCU. Good luck. Warner Brothers has fucking had a hell of a streak. Hell of a streak. Pyro Cronus for 545 says, first super chat. There you go. No. I'm in a different board now. God, I've been away from home for a month. I don't know where my own shit is anymore. I've watched every episode since Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty. You guys previously mentioned the fan edit of The Hobbit. What's the best way to watch that? Love you guys. Thanks for the years of entertainment. Hail Gundam and FNT. I think the best way to find it would be to probably go to Tortuga. Be careful going to Tortuga. It's not a safe place. It's not a safe place. And maybe, I've had physical copies sent to me. Grant Turnbull for $10 says, I've been working on a pitch for a Police Academy remake so far. I've got Sydney Sweeney as Callahan. That should be the pitch. I think I'm onto something here. What do you think? Also, if you know someone who can run this by Sydney, that would be great. The judge says I can't go near her now. Well, you know, those fucking judges are so uptight. So we have some Nerdrotic memberships gifted from Jesus Davila, Bidoc 9, Jeff Up North, Nightmare 99 DJ, John Platt, Zorbu. Hail Zorbu. Thank you very much. Watch parties coming soon. Chinaholic for $4.99 says, I just want one more DEI Disney movie, race swapped live action Tarzan. Well, you know, we might get it. There's a lot of holdovers. There's a lot of idiots still in Hollywood. We might get it. We can only hope. Albert Not a Retro has a question for Chrissy. I cannot answer it because I'm not a mom, but we'll try. Chrissy, I know it's an older vid, but good job exposing Asia, Akira, and David Cho with the Cho show footage. There you go. Sharon Stone said F. Whiteman after losing count. How many times she already did? Yes, Sharon Stone is a blithering idiot. Best name I can think of. Chant of Moldea for $9.99 says typo in last super chat was trying to write wish me epically glorious losses. I would not wish that on you. No. For Sharon Stone, sure. About to read the origin story on Wicked 3D Wish Me Luck. And it's got X's in it. We need a woke awakening comedy movie showing how unfunny everything was waking up from the bad dream. We do, and Hollywood used to be able to do that stuff. We'll see if they can someday again. Dude, if they did an anti-woke comedy, it would be fucking great. But it would have to be made by Hollywood. It can't be made by Daily Wire. It's got to be made by Hollywood. And they have to, if they really want to start healing, they have to make it themselves. They have to do a Tropic Thunder like, airplane like movie on just the ridiculous woke Hollywood that we've seen over the last 10 years. The problem is it's going to be hard to lampoon that when the real comedy was hilarious. When you think about it, it's hilarious. Rambo Ral for $20. The Gundam is a clever one. He destroys 60 facilities in a single night and disappears into the desert like some kind of ghost. He isn't afraid of the worms or Kyle MacLachlan. He is not. Piston for €2. Wolf EFAP is finishing Gollum plays. Wish him luck. Good luck, Wolf. Good luck, buddy. Wear a helmet. Raiders winning despite the refs, says Eric K. Did they win? Fuck the Raiders, Eric. Would you rather live in the Star Wars universe with space battles and Jedi, or the Lord of the Rings universe with epic quests and magic? Lord of the Rings universe. There's beautiful parts of Middle Earth. Gorgeous parts. If I could just chill in Rivendell, you know? Arm Man, am I right? Says Chant of the Molda Dea for $1.99. There's something blocking there. Larry Escher for $5. Just got back from my last visit to the Texas Renaissance Festival this season. Gary, have you experienced this Texas tradition yet? No, I have not been to a Ren Fair in a long time. I think the last one I was at was in the 90s, mid-90s. Albert Not a Retro for 5 Canadian pesos. I posted links to Rogan's Trump interview everywhere I could, even though Rogan is a moral coward. He's I don't agree with that, but we respectfully disagree. Yeah, we played a Rogan clip and Rogan hit us. Come on, Joe. What are we doing here? Money well spent. Hail FNT says maddening 419 for $2 or $20. Thank you. Chant of the Moldea for $1.99. If not ammo to roast me, plan on seeing Wick. I will if they bring back John Wick. Or Wicked. Which one were you talking about, bro? Hope for $2. You guys need to ask Grok to draw me. It's epic. Grok cannot figure me out. Cannot figure me out at all. I mean, all you have to do is like draw a fucking skeleton with a beard. I mean, you know, like I'm old. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are on the Hollywood Tic Tac and cocaine diet. Maybe. They both need a cheeseburger. Thank you, Chris D of Montana. Albert, not a retro for 5 Canadian pesos, says, I keep expecting Christina Aguilera's Beautiful to start playing. I'm beautiful no matter what they say. The truth can't bring me down. No. I hope I did those lyrics justice. J-Lo Flicks for $5. Frank L. Baum is spitting in his grave. Wicked not only lives up to its name, but it's the antithesis of everything that he wrote. Well, it's from that subverting expectations thing that has now become a complete trope. Mark a reality for $5 in fan fiction, by the way. Thank you for showing a pic of Ariana's boyfriend. Now all the guys in the chat, and I've seen them at meetups, can see that they have a chance. Papa Gundam in the house. That's right. Ade Robertson, thank you for the $19.99 proper British pounds, by the way. Ed Song for $10. The only thing I can remember about witches is when Jeremy Renner was infected with diabetes by a gingerbread witch in The Power One, The Power of Many. Isn't that, was that Hansel and Gretel? Fear the Tardo for $5. Hi, Mr. Gum Gum. Hope had happy Spanksgiving and no try to make self go night night, no wake up. Lock it in, yay. No try to make self go night night, no wake up. Oh shit. And maybe, we still have to use YouTube terminology to get around saying suicide. We should all start saying try not to make itself go night night, no wake up. It's so stupid, it's funny. Oh shit, you got me. Snacks for $2. If she's a good witch, why she look like that? I don't know, bro. Green Blossom for 2 British pounds. I can feed her. I mean, it's greater than I can fix her. Yeah. Listen, to all the thirst trappers out there, male and female, I got some unsolicited advice for you. You can't fix them. You can't fix them. Gamadali for 50 Norwegian krona. Since the dawn is in, I'm thinking of migrating to the U.S. You think it's expensive to rent in space between the wicked green actress's front teeth? No, I think now it depends on where she is. Now, if she's in Manhattan, that is still going to be some prime real estate, although you will probably get executed on the street. I do know Flava Flav was into acting. Thank you, VJ, the Vigilant Guitarist, for $1.99. So Uncivilized for $5. Currently listening while driving from Arizona to Washington. I imagine you made it by now. Sending this from Jackpot, Nevada. Hail, gents, ladies, and Jeremy. Ladies and Jeremy. No, it's gentlemen and Jeremy's. The Daily Flash Gordon comic was rebooted earlier this year with a new retelling of its story. The artwork is fantastic, and so is the story. Definitely worth reading. Oh, I love those. I have many copies. I actually have some actual newspapers too. But I will check it out. Albert Not a Retro for $5. The Rock blew it when he didn't do a sequel to Rundown, which is still his best movie. I can't differentiate that from any other Rock movie. I saw it. I watched it. Couldn't tell you what fucking happened. It was just The Rock being The Rock. Luffy the Sun God for 10 British pounds. It's sad that this is the time of year that normally the family and I talk about media we're looking forward to next year, and all I could think of was Nobody 2, Kingdom Come 2, and OP anime and the One Piece anime remake. Yeah, next year. Not looking forward to. Yeah, that's funny. I just watched Nobody yesterday again. Fucking love that movie so much. If you haven't seen Nobody, holy shit, it's good. It's good. So, yes, I'm looking forward to Nobody 2. Next year. Daredevil Born Again has my curiosity. Curiosity peaked because I'm a massive Daredevil fan. That was the greatest show ever made. We'll see if they fuck it up or not. I was told some very promising stuff about it yesterday. And there's one spoiler you're just not going to want to know. I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you. Not going to tell you because you would hate me. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I'm looking forward to next year. There was some things. I'm looking forward to Nosferatu, which is this year. But if we get Reacher season 3, Tulsa King season 3, Clarkson's Farm in May. That's what I'm looking forward to. As far as movies, don't know. We're going to get a lot more movies next year than we got this year. Because they pushed so much stuff off. So we will be getting a big release every month. And it starts in February with Cap, and then Snow White, and then Thunderbolts, and then Daredevil, Ironheart. I'm looking forward to Ironheart the most. I was told specifically by somebody who worked on the show, who worked on the motherfucking show, that it's a giant piece of shit. I know this is shocking news. And the only reason, now this person says, I suspect this, I don't know it. But the only reason it wasn't Batgirled was because they didn't want to look bad. And that's why you don't paint yourself into the corner of identity politics. But they tried every way, just like with Echo, to shit can it, and they couldn't. And they're like, fuck it, we'll just release it. And their theory to push it is, because you can only push it back so far, by the way. But their theory to push it back was to get a win, which they got with Deadpool and Wolverine. And as bad as Agatha was, I don't think overall it harmed Marvel because nobody watched it. But Ironheart, woo! I heard it's bad. I heard it's as bad as The Acolyte. That's what I heard. And I know none of you, not a single one. You're all, this is my surprise face. Harukami for 10 British pounds says, chat was off yesterday. Here's my vote for pre-65 film, I'm Spartacus. Alien Blue, was it off? Like off of Rumble? That was from the Square. Alan Blue for 20 New Zealand dollars. I can't imagine anyone buying the Star Wars IP now. It'd be like buying a bucket of glue for top dollar. Just because it was winning racehorse 20 years ago. That is true. That is true. Any theories on Disney reselling the Star Wars IP? I heard rumors that it was in the works, especially since Disney could really use the moolah these days. They're not going to sell Star Wars. Like ever. Ever. Never, ever will Disney sell Star Wars. Hope I'm wrong about that, but not anytime soon. Not in our lifetime. Miami Catfish for 10 Canadian pesos. I already said that, read that. So Thomas Pickett for $2 says the Shadow 1994 has great Jerry Goldsmith score. And that rhymed, by the way. And it does. Have you all seen Eraserhead by Lynch? Yes. Freddie Lit for $2. It was a rite of passage. It was a rite of passage back in the day. Dragon Noodle Soup for $20. Don't forget to come check out G&G Tabletop or come support the creation of Erudai's Legend Seeker, an alternate to modern Dungeons and Dragons. Rodell, I can't even say that last part. Until You Ride for $10. Kasu Martsu cheese. Oh my God. Sunstorming fish, Kopi Lawa coffee, Vegemite, nasty stuff. But if you really think about it, that was the first human doing when they figured out milk was a thing. What was the first human doing when they figured out milk was a thing? Well, I think they answered that in Kingpin. You can't milk a bull. RSE for Elman for $5. Hello, all. Go Lions. Kings of the North again. Bears blow. Elephant dung coffee. Hell is starting to freeze over. Duckies from Hell rock. Yeah, I mean, like, you barely won that game against the Bears, but that's going to happen. I want the Lions to win it all. Judah for $2. He's not even in and gas went down. He's not even in and gas went down 4 cents in 2 weeks. Yep. Also tried to start World War III, you know. Graph Web for $2. For fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. You can't just cancel Disney Plus, though. Then you got to cancel Hulu now and ESPN Plus. Don't watch ABC. Yeah, they own a lot of shit. Barry Ryan for $20. Love you guys. I met a girl around 10 years ago. We met playing EVE Online. I'm a 44-year-old single dad. We read this one, X-Ray Girl. I distinctly remember reading this one. A single dad who has also been looking after my son's girlfriend, or my son girlfriend, since they were both 14. My sons are now 19 and 17. More than on chat. Yeah, that's one you won't forget. A's. Oh, Jesus. As a Brown fan, I know your pain sometimes, says Clank Clank the Tank for $2. Yeah, you don't have you had championships too. I mean, I guess we did in the AFL, the Chargers. But yeah, Browns fans, Lions fans, Charger fans, they don't know what a Super Bowl is. Or at least the Chargers have been there, but they got their asses beat. Ed Song for $5. Gundam. Doesn't the tribe provide medical insurance? Do they light a fire and bring out the medicine man if you scrape your knee? That's another one we read already. This is prophetic. Missing Jin for $5. I said it on Side Scrollers. The Wicked Witch looks like a black female Voldemort, which they'll probably cast next. Snacks for $5. Hail FNT. It's November 29th. Not anymore. It's actually December 5th. So can I wish you a Merry Christmas, Jeremy? May your Yuletides be really effing gay. Yes, you can wish me a Merry Christmas before Thanksgiving. The moon landing was filmed on Ryan's forehead. Lateness is gayness and Gary is very gay. You know it, girls. Let's go. Green Blossom for $2. Ryan's forehead caused a solar eclipse. Minor Zircon for $2. Dick Cheney endorsed Come Queen Kamala. You could tell this is a Rumble rant. Could it be because she swallows? Maybe. Hail Papa Gundo. Every time you come on, the show gets better. On the Fringe with Kirsha. When? We need to find something even spicier than Jay Sonic for her. Hi, Ryan. This is Connor Smug Mug. Piston Burner. If I had an interview with Ariana Grande and that other weirdo, I'd give them a shot of Narcan first. There you go. Narcan. Occupant 42 for 20 says, and turkey and ham and stuffing and mashed potatoes and green bean casserole. Yeah, all of it together is fine. And I'm okay with having ham with turkey on Thanksgiving. But I prefer ham on Christmas because we already had turkey at Thanksgiving. And I'll agree with Ryan that I like turkey. It is the centerpiece. It is the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving dinner. It is what everybody identifies with Thanksgiving, but it's nobody's favorite thing because the turkey, the plate, is just a vehicle for all the shit around it. That's better. It's still good. It can be S tier if cooked right, but most of the time, it's A. It's A tier. It's A tier. It's just a bland meat that's good when you put other stuff on it. Like ham, you could just have a piece of ham. You could just have a piece of ham. Now, I don't just have a piece of anything. I always smother my shit in sauce or hot sauce or fucking mustard or something. But ham, you're more likely to eat that just by itself than just a piece of turkey. Personal opinion. Mark for Reality for $1. Thank you for showing a pic of Ariana's boyfriend. Now all the guys in the we read this one. Remember the 5th of November. It's now the 5th of December. It's been a month, Minor Zircon, since the 5th of November. And I don't think any of us have forgotten because it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun watching Hollywood squirm. People leave, Twitter. It's like the trash is taking itself out. They'll all fucking be back, by the way. Like they'll all be back. We'll see what happens. We still have some shit entertainment to cover, though. Not too sure about Squid Game 2. I think we've already seen the best stuff. I could be wrong. I could give you a top 5 TV shows. I couldn't give you a top 5 movies. Well, I mean, I could, but they're not like worthy of being top 5. They're just, these are good movies that I saw. You can put them in any fucking order you want. But I could do a top 5 TV shows. And I could definitely do a top 5 top 5 woke disasters for the end of the year. Is it going to be top 5 disasters or woke disasters? Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's and or, We'll find out. Oh, man. There's that Polish name, which I can't pronounce. Is a name that means a beetle from whatever, and it's a name of a town. Ryan, the guy has a beetle for a profile pic. Okay. You Googled it. Good for you. Thank you, Connor Smugmug. Tell that to Ryan, and maybe you can get a projector and project it on his forehead. Chirpnat for $5. Hey, Gary, trying to eat bananas with hot sauce. It tastes awesome as the taste of the sauce breaks the overly sweet, bland taste of bananas. I'll try it. I'm not going to eat them the long way, though. That's Beardo, right? Beardo does that. Beardo does that. I think Brett could do a FNT if she's with the Daily Wire. I don't think they would keep her from doing a FNT. I heard those rumors too, but I heard there was bullshit. So, quite frankly, one of the best things they have going over there is Brett Cooper. It would be pretty dumb to get rid of her. But nobody's asking me. Nobody's asking me. So yeah. But yeah, she's welcome on FNT right now, and I don't think they would stop her at all. Yeah, I'm throwing Beardo under the bus because it's fun. Nothing personal, Beardo. It's just fun. I have to so the score up is complete. now we have to get to. I gotta go to Rumble. Hang on. Rumble. And then I gotta go to account overview. Boop, boop, boop. Is that from today? There's no dates on these. Hang on. Give me. All right. So let's see if I'm able to see all of this. No. No. Well, how can I read them when they're all cut off? That's going to be a problem. Give me a moment, please. I have no clue how to read these. They're all cut off. So I can read the first part. It says Matt G. Hammond says Mac Benz was on Joe Rogan yesterday. It was amazing. And then he also says, did you hear about the announcement that Los Angeles, that Lost Con 50 of the moat in God's Eye being, I can't see the rest. Sorry. The God's Eye in A Song of Ice and Fire. Eddie Brock says, hi, Gary. Please spare a thought for my dog, Buster, who sadly passed away this morning. Oh, man. All dogs go to heaven, brother. I had a dog pass this week, too. Fuck. That's brutal, buddy. Good doggo. Yeah, man. We don't deserve dogs. We do not deserve dogs. Won't everybody in the Harry Potter series get blackballed? Did you mean to say that? As transphobes after being cast, says Slane Hope? Well, they definitely, warning shots were fired about that. Yes. As I said on Ryan's stream yesterday, the show hinges on its casting, says B-Chain 305. And I think everybody's been saying that, buddy. And you would not be wrong. Hang on. Sorry, I can't really. It's not set up. I don't usually read them, the rumbles in the back end, and I only get partials. This sucks. I should be able to see the whole thing. And I can't click on it. Yep, I can't click on it, but I'll try to read as much as I can, guys. Eddie Brock, sorry about your dog. God, how old was the dog, buddy? Okay, I got those. That's brutal. That is brutal. No, I lost my dog Parker this year. She was my bud. She got so sick. And the worst part was just right up until the end. Tail wagging, really happy to see you. Which made it so hard. Because she's in tons of pain, but dogs are still so happy to see you that their tail starts wagging and they start at, and it's just, dude. Yeah, so I feel your pain, buddy. I feel your pain. All right. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to DSP. Hang on. Damn it. Yeah, I was up so late last night. It's such a pisser to record that much. And then you put the headphones on. You're like, motherfucker. Let's see. I'm going to go to my Discord and see what else we got. Nielsen and TikTok. Sean Penn and the Academy. Oh, let's check on the Snow White ratio. Let's do that. Let's do that. I have not watched Skeleton Crew, and I will not watch Skeleton Crew. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run with go with. Same with Miss Marvel. I'm just not going to review anything that's like for little kids. Like, nah. That's a different tier for me. Plus, it just. I don't even know what you say about Star Wars now when this is Star Wars. I think that's the biggest takeaway. What can I tease after I just talk all that shit about scoopers? Because they're mostly fucking wrong. Okay. You remember Robert Downey Jr.'s announcement for Dr. Doom. If any of you recall, I was on a stream about a month and a half to 2 months before that. And I said, I know something that's going to fucking blow you away. Like, it's going to be the biggest news, the biggest fucking news. It was the Robert Downey Jr. thing. I knew it for a couple months. I was told that they were going to try to keep it secret until the Fantastic Four, because Doom isn't in, like, his things are happening in the background of the Fantastic Four that could be attributed to Doom, but he doesn't show up until the stinger at the end. So and I think their original intention was that's what's going to be a surprise. I think this is just pure. This is my speculation. I think they changed their mind when they needed to change the narrative. Like, they really needed some good news from Marvel, because as far as I'm told, again, from inside Marvel, Captain America 4 is a giant piece of shit. Now, is it as bad as the Marvels? No, but it's a piece of shit. I'm also told from within Marvels that it's going to be up to us to see it, but they're confident enough with Thunderbolts that it's a good movie. We'll see. But they're feeling a lot better about Thunderbolts than they are Captain America 4. That's why they gave it the better release date. All right. So I talk to people. I can't say what it is for a while. But I got some crazy fucking news. And it's positive. It's a positive. It's actually a positive. It's actually an acknowledgement that we fucked up and we want to fix things. So when you hear this really big news, it's going to be incredible, but I wouldn't want to punish the person who told it to me. It's Marvel news. Yes. It's Marvel news. It is Marvel. And my friend told me, he's like, we don't know what the fuck's going on in Lucasfilm. We don't talk to those people. They all have their heads up their ass. There's still good humans in the world. Okay. But yeah, I think you're going to be really excited when you hear it. I think you'll actually, or at the very least, you go, all right. All right. All right. All right. All right. But like with the Robert Downey Jr. thing, I could have ran out and made a video immediately. Probably would have done pretty well. But I gave my word. That's what it means. Probably would have made some moolah, would have made some traction. I don't want to see these people get fired. I really don't. There's no amount of money that's worth that. Unfortunately, not all content creators are made like that, but whatever. And you'll find out when you find out. And like, I can't wait to hear your reactions. That's what I can't wait. It's like, I want to see what you guys think, and we will. You'll find out. I mean, I'm guessing soon. I'm guessing soon. And that thing that Chris was talking about from last year, that was a real thing. The Purge within Marvel, that was a real thing. That was a real thing. Now, the Purge was, as Chris stated, was a combination of things. It wasn't just, we're getting rid of the woke people, which they did. Not everybody, but a good purge. We're not just saying they cut it all out. But it was also getting rid of the tourists. So we'll see. Again, words are wind. Jamie Foxx is doing a stand-up special. It's good coffee. You know, that one might I wouldn't put that one past showing up in showing up in Secret Wars. But that is purely my speculation. I was not told any of that. No. But I don't be surprised if you see everything. If you see a Lou Ferrigno Hulk, Toby and Andrew Garfield all together, I don't be surprised if you see that. Don't be surprised if you see that. Kevin Hart is Puck. I mean, he's the right height. He's the right height. No, Peter Dinklage would actually make the best Puck. He looks like Puck. Absolutely. He wouldn't play it, but I like Alpha Flight. Big fan of Alpha Flight. Came out of the X-Men. John Byrne. Vindicator. Sasquatch. Where am I on my X-Files viewing? We just started season 4. We had taken a big break from it, and we've watched about 6 episodes. So we watched the end of season 3, which is great. Basically, God, I'm blanking his name now, but the latest contact is dead. Smoking Man confronted Mulder's mom, who was in a coma. The alien bounty hunter is chasing them. Lots of lore stuff. Lots of Chris Carter lore stuff, which I thought was really good. And then we just had the episode with the mutant. I forgot the name of the episode, but it's basically the people under the stairs or the hills have eyes version of the X-Files. They go to this town with some inbred mutant boys of Mama without her. They keep Mama under the bed. She got in an accident, so she's got no legs and no arms, and they commence to having sex with Mama to make more brothers. God, they just went there in the X-Files. So good. Oh, and you forget, God dang it, you forget how based the X-Files is. You forget, even though it's centered around the now villainous FBI, like Fox Mulder was always fighting them. The FBI was always part of the deep state, and they just get into the deep state shit. It is prophetic. It is great. But the X-Files, in many cases, can be based as fuck. And back then, it was just like, look at those woo-woo conspiracy theorists. Oh, those crazy, kooky cats. Oh, Millennium is awesome. I own it. Millennium is the shit. God, it should have gone on longer. X-Files equals nonfiction. Yeah, there is, God, there's a line. I'll find it and I'll throw it up on Twitter where they're just breaking down the deep state. You're just like, yeah. So yeah, whatever episode that was in season 4 with the people under the stair, or the hills have eyes ones, or people under the stairs, whichever one you want. It's like Mama's under the bed. Oh, it's such a good show. It's such a fucking good, and it's like, this is like peak X-Files when you get into, I mean, it's all good. I mean, till the end, but, dude, right up until, they're setting up the movie too. So they, Mulder had found clone of his sister, and they had the beehives and everything, which is starting to set up getting into the movie. And I like the first movie. I do. Yeah, the Peacock family. Yes, it did. Millennium did finish up on the X-Files. It's so, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it in order, kind of like I did Buffy, and then we're gonna do I'm gonna commence immediately on a Buffy rewatching, because so Mahler and I can figure out dates and times to do and parameters. We're still trying to figure out how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. We are. Oh yeah, The Rod. I watch Fringe. For a Jar Jar Abrams production, I like Fringe. But as with all Jar Jar Abrams productions, it just goes off the rails at the end. Dude can't finish shit. If you want me to say something nice about Jar Jar Abrams, the nicest thing I can say is I think he's a decent executive producer on a show. I think he's good at coming up with concepts for a show that would work, as long as he hires people to finish them and he doesn't write it himself. He could direct an episode here and there. I think Jar Jar would be best suited directing fucking action movies and spy movies. I don't think he's not the heir apparent to Steven Spielberg. Because all he does is copy things. There's no really, the only thing he is known for is fucking lens flares. That's the only thing he's known for. He did a good job in Mission Impossible. I think that's where his strengths are. I think taking on franchises is not his strength. I think he is fucking terrible at it. Man, This must be good coffee because I'm being nice to Jar Jar Abrams right now. Don't get used to it. Oh, it's okay. The Fringe is still like, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It gets crazy, but I, the whole like alternate reality and the Amber, I love the whole concept of it. But then, yeah, it's mystery box. It's mystery box. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna watch Creature Commandos, and we'll see. I'll probably this weekend. I'm gonna play Indiana Jones. I'm not gonna play today. I could, but nah. So David Ayer is putting out yeah, I don't know why he's doing this, but what the hell? You aware of the Ayer cut? I'm gonna DSP. Well, he's putting out images that things unseen. Here we go. Things unseen. But he also put out a poster and he just said basically, man, I hope you see this someday. Thanks for all your support. Sorry, took a bite. But yeah, that's what he's been posting up. I like David Ayer as a director. The Beekeeper was okay. It was wasn't mind-blowing. I would much rather him go back to Bright. I want him to go back to Bright because I fucking love that movie. I'd rather see him do that. Well, let's see. So there's that. There's some more stuff you haven't seen. And it's Ofrenda. Diablo's Ofrenda. Between takes. There we go. And there it is right there. He's like, I hope my real film can be shared one day. I appreciate the continued support and interest. Release the Ayer cut. It's like, dude, let's put it on Max. Gun. It's not going to mess with anything. It's not going to mess. Just call Elseworlds on it or whatever. Just put it on Max. Yep. That's going to get all the Snyder fans. They're still out there. Holding on to the dream. Holding on to that dream. No, I don't think it'll ever happen, but I'd like to see it happen. Yeah, if I remember correctly, you are correct. I liked Bright, but the woke did not. Yeah, it got killed on critics, but like every time I bring it up, because this was back early days, I thought everybody hated it. I'm like, well, shit, I fucking loved it. I don't know what everybody's talking about. But it turns out there's a lot of y'all out there who like it. So I'll tell you the reason it's good. I fully intend on doing a breakdown video of it. Fully intend to do that. And maybe I'll do that in January as a Nerdrotic Toxic. This can be kind of slow in January. So maybe I'll do it. But I'll tell you why it's good. I'll tell you why it's good. It is a tiny slice of a world. It is a day in a bonkers world that makes no sense. And it is straight up our reality mixed with full on fantasy. So Lord of the Rings was our past. And there are still elves and there are orcs and there's dragons flying around and there's little fairies. It's urban fantasy and it's fucking awesome. It's a perfect blend of genres, but it's Training Day meets Lord of the Rings. But the power sect in there, like Shad talks about how important it is without telling you too much. The way that people are powered is clearly defined, like a wand. Not everybody can hold a wand. It will kill you. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. There's a faction of elves who want to bring back a Dark Lord, and the orcs who fought for him are all trying to like build their own lives. And it's and they don't tell you much. They don't tell you much. That's why it's good. So Max Landis, out of all the Nepo babies in Hollywood, I would say he is, as far as writing, is one of the most talented. Unfortunately got Me Too'd for a bad relationship. And I think he's working his way back. It probably should have never been Me Too'd, especially when he took accountability, like said, hey, it was a bad relationship. And I think he got sober. So, but he wrote this. And Max Landis is a real nerd. It's John Landis's son. Without a doubt. Like, and I think he tapped into that thing. I'm not calling it equal to Star Wars, so let's calm down here. But he did what Star Wars did. He provided a world. He gave you little peaks that were enough to fill everything in. Your imagination did the rest, and they weren't telling you something all the time. So it's a wide open world, but they give you enough to where you buy into it. And you're like, I'm locked into this reality in this movie. And that's because of the script writing and how they planted the seeds and mixed it in with this urban fantasy, which, I mean, is quite frankly one of the hardest things to do as far as mixing genres, and they pulled it off. Also helps to have a couple of good actors who actually put in good performances. Will Smith put in a good performance. Oh, and a cliffhanger. You're right. It did. Well, they made an announcement that they were going to do a sequel. They made an announcement, and then the slap happened and fucked it all up. David Ayer, well, okay, Max Landis was taken off immediately because he was Me Too'd. So David Ayer was going to write it, and then they went into production, and then COVID, slap, everything happens, it falls apart. It falls apart. But I'd rather see David Ayer go back to that. But that's why I like it. Some people might not like it. I don't care. I fucking love it, though. I love that it's show, don't tell too much, especially when it comes to fantasy, especially when you're building a world. You want to keep a lot of stuff mysterious. They used to do this. Razor Fist has talked about it, and he's right. We used to have superheroes. We didn't know their origin. We didn't know. We didn't need to know every single. With Conan, we learned details as Conan moved along. Michael Moorcock's really good with this, and Elric. As we follow Elric, we find out more about the world, but it's not overly told. It's really cool. The Will Smith slap literally fucked up that movie. That's when that was the straw that broke the camel's back for Bright 2. It was, which is too bad because I think he's pretty much back now. Bad Boys 4 is one of the top grossing films of the year, probably one of the most profitable movies of the year, and quite frankly, it's good. We were talking about, like, I can't make a top 5 movies recommendation, but I could say definitely if you haven't seen Bad Boys 4, it's good. It's good. I liked it. No, Ross, you are not the only one who likes Bright. There are some of us who love it. Absolutely love it. We do need a proper adaptation of the Dresden Files. I agree, Ram Bam. That I enjoyed the horrible season of television that was on Sci-Fi, right? It was on the Sci-Fi network. I enjoy that. I'm not going to argue it's good, but I enjoyed it. Dresden Files is the shit. I think they are doing something. I think they are. That would make a perfect TV series. It would make such a perfect TV series. Yeah, if you haven't watched Bright, go see it. If you hate it, you can blame me. It's fine. Will Smith's wife is that chick from Yellowstone who just got shot. She was also in 1883. She killed herself when her daughter died. So that's his wife. The OG girl with the dragon tattoo is in it. She's the villain. She's really fucking good. Okay, so all right, here we go. Exclusive from Screen Rant. Rings of Power Season 3 is officially underway. Confirmed showrunners JD Payne and Patrick McKay. After they retooled the budget. Oh, yes. And hey, you will see it in late 2026 if you're lucky. But I love job security. It's a hard thing to find. Nobody's going to give a shit about this when it comes out. Rings of Power Season 3 status finally confirmed by Lord of the Rings showrunners after months of uncertainty. Seriously, after premiering it, confirmed the status. The hit Lord of the Rings series, no, it's not, which chronicles Sauron's rise to power to become a thirst trap in the Middle Age, in a second age of Middle Earth, returned for Season 2 this past summer. Though reviews were positive for the sophomore outing, viewership took a dip, and there has been some uncertainty regarding the status of the show. During the recent interview with Screen Rant, McKay and Payne confirmed that work is now underway on the Rings of Power Season 3, meaning the show has seemingly been renewed. Seemingly. Though the showrunners are careful not to let any details slip regarding what audiences should expect, Payne reveals that they're prepping now very, very intensely. Check out the full exchange below. We're working on it. We're working now. We're prepping now very, very intensely. That's all we can say. We do have some exciting stuff coming. I'm going to be really good. It's going to be really good. We're excited. It's going to be awesome. Just like season 1 and 2, right? This is fucking Star Trek Discovery all over again. We can't cancel a show because it'll make us look bad. So we're just going to continue to lose money. By the way, the budgets will go down. The budget's going to go down for this. This thing is going to get cut. And by the time it is eventually done, people will go, wait a minute, there was a season 5 of The Rings of Power? The Rings of Power came out? So if it's going to come out with a season every 2 years, that means it's going to take a decade to finish this show. And we're years in now, so we've got about 8 years to go. Good luck, Amazon. It's going to be awesome. The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. That's remarkably fast. Didn't know it would be released until September, October-ish. So season 3 draws near. Keep your eyes open for Sat. So Wheel of Time is coming back, folks, next year. Disparu is happy. I doubt anybody cares about that. Oh my God. I'm just sorry. I'm looking at Twitter. Oh, behind the scenes filming. Series 4 is on the way. Who's excited? Yeah, Series 4 of Clarkson's Farm will be out May 2025. So that's good. Da-da. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. So War of the Rohirrim was Warner Brothers testing the waters. Testing the waters. I can tell you that, and I'll probably tweet this because the social media embargo is on. War of the Rohirrim goes full Rings of Power, baby. Full Rings of Power. Full Rings of Power. Full Rings of Power. Yes, Snow White does look dreadful. Oh, yeah, I meant to do that. We were going to go check on the ratio, and I got fucking sidetracked. That was from like an hour ago. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. 4.9 million views. Oh, Lordy. Lordy B. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Uh, 23,000 upvotes to 533,000 downvotes that most people can't see. 29,000 comments. So there are more comments than upvotes. More comments than upvotes. I can't. The best one in here. Somebody screenshot it yesterday. It's, thank you, Disney. You saved my father. I played this trailer. Wait, thank you, Disney. You saved my father. He was in he was in a coma for 8 months, and I turned on this trailer, and he woke up to get up to turn it off. Wow, Disney, you truly are incredible. It took you 3 years, multiple rewrites, unnecessary CGI, and $200 million just for me to enjoy a comment section of a movie I will never watch. Bless you. I'm giving that one a like. I'm giving that one a like. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. There we are. It's got too many windows. I'm like, Ryan, I can't keep 27 fucking windows open. We got this thing on the right here is awesome. I wish I could. Oh, maybe I can play that. I mean, YouTube won't like it. But John Denver sings War Pigs. Fucking great. It's so great. For people who don't use the extension, currently likes are at 22,000, dislikes are at 510. Rachel Zegler wished that I would never know peace. Unfortunately, this means I can't watch the movie in a theater because that theater would be mostly peaceful and empty, the most peaceful and empty place on earth. If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk out. I'll give Disney some credit. They are brave enough to leave the comment section open. Yep. Why is Farquaad playing Snow White? At this point, the comment section is the real magic mirror. Evil Queen of the Mirror, describe Snow White to me. Mirror, weird. This is fantastic. Oh, by the way, just do my part. 533 to 23,000. Incredible. All right, let's see if we can get away with this as we wrap things up. I don't care. I'm gonna get hit for this. This is great. Please subscribe to There I Ruined It. They have 1.15 million subs. Good channel. And please subscribe. Give this video it's called John Denver Sings War Pigs. Here we go. Gonna get in trouble for this. Don't care.
In the fields, the bodies burning, as the war machine just keeps right on turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed, feeble little minds. Country roads, take me home. It's Judgment Day. I must atone. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Take me home. Country roads. Now in the darkness, the world it stops a-turning. Ashes where their bodies burning, begging for their sins.
I love this so much.
No more war pigs have the power, hand of God has struck the hour. On their knees,
on their knees,
on their knees. Country roads, take me home. It's Judgment Day. I must atone. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Take me home. Country roads.
Well done. Well done. That was fucking awesome. I fucking love it. Yeah, they did a good job with that one. They did a good job. Please clap. Oh, the link? Here, I'll get you the link. There you go. Please give him a sub. That was I'm sure it was AI, whatever they used. I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it. All right, guys, we're gonna run. I don't know if I'm gonna make the video or not. I spent so much time on it, but whatever. And go watch I think Open Bar's on in a couple of hours. Go over, catch our friends Mahler and Critical Drinker. And we'll see you tomorrow with Johnny Law. I'm sure we're gonna have plenty to talk about. Creature Commando comes out today. Yeah, and like it's just a dumb animated series, but it is the start of James Gunn's DCU. Starts today. So we will see. We will see. I mean, it's a big stretch for James Gunn. He's doing another eclectic team of rejects getting together to go on a mission. It's completely unlike Suicide Squad, Peacekeeper, and Guardians of the Galaxy. It's completely different from those eclectic rejects that are brought together by circumstances or, a black woman. Totally different. It's completely different. But thank you everybody on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. And usually these are on Monday, by the way. And thanks to everyone who left super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks for keeping the lights on for us. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. In the meantime, go enjoy somebody else. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Bye-bye.